After Roman Reigns and Jey Uso had an intense confrontation on SmackDown, Reigns got an intriguing message. After Reigns expressed his admiration for Jey, the latter said, "Man, no yeet. Jimmy Uso has been making tremendous efforts to reunite the original bloodline under Reigns' leadership and to get Jey Uso returned." During Raw, Jey told Jimmy he didn't want to speak to him at all. Jimmy and Roman Reigns encountered Jey in the backstage area during tonight's SmackDown broadcast. "No yeet," Jey said as Reigns gushed about how pleased everyone was of him and his accomplishments. Jey subsequently left the area. UFC Network commented on the footage that WWE posted to its official Instagram account. "Look at the remark that's been made. It seems like a huge bloodline reunion is on the horizon. As a result of interference from the bloodline, Jey will most certainly lose the Intercontinental title shortly and will ultimately team up with Reigns and Jimmy. If a civil war breaks out in Bloodline, with Solo and Roman at the helm of opposing groups, fans will be over the moon." Few expressions have gained popularity as fast as yeet. In the WWE universe, where psychological warfare, charm, and power drive the stories, this powerful but understated phrase has grown to become an essential aspect of Jey Uso's character, serving as a rallying cry for the members of the bloodline, representing unity, devotion, and an enthusiastic rallying cry for action. Even a playful catchphrase has the potential to escalate into a serious feud in WWE when familial tensions break out. When Jey Uso recently told Roman Reigns, his cousin and the tribal chief, "No yeet," in an on-screen scene that had fans go wild, this is precisely what occurred. Jey's choice to refuse Reigns the use of yeet signifies a change in their dynamic, a fight for dominance between the devoted soldier and the cunning commander. The symbolic elimination of a catchphrase highlights the profound interpersonal and professional conflict between the two. Respect, familial pride, and control over something as fundamental as identity have replaced titles and physical superiority as the new focal points of this war. And as Jey says, a yeet has gotta be earned. For those unfamiliar with WWE history, yeet is more than simply a phrase. It is an integral aspect of Jey and the Usos' ring persona. It means to give it your best, which is a lot of energy and enthusiasm. In the ring, and while interacting with fans and other members of Bloodline, the term has come to represent Jey. All things related to Roman Reigns, the Bloodline center on hierarchy, tradition, and reverence for the tribal chief. Jey and Jimmy Uso, Reigns' cousins, are particularly examples of how his character has always expected subservience and devotion from those under him. Their family dynamic revolves on the idea of yeet as a rallying cry that brings them together at dominant times. The unifying and powerful shouts of yeet that Reigns and his cousins would let out were a powerful symbol of their strong bond. But when Jey Uso finally told Roman Reigns, "No yeet," after years of manipulation and family strife, it was more than simply a catchphrase taken away. It was a calculated act of defiance. The refusal to let the tribal chief appropriate the meaning of yeet by Roman was a watershed moment in Jey's rebellion against Roman's autocratic rule. You had to earn the yeet label, as Jey made it very clear. For a long time, Jey Uso and Roman Reigns have been at odds. Their long-established animosity began when Reigns initially claimed the title of tribal chief and began pressuring his relatives to be completely faithful to him. In the beginning, Jey was willing to do what Reigns wanted, becoming his enforcer and joining the Bloodline as a tag team. But eventually, tensions started to rise in their partnership. As Jey saw his brother Jimmy fall victim to Roman's manipulation of the Bloodline's power structure, and as he was compelled to accept Roman as the family leader at Hell in a Cell 2020, his animosity against Roman intensified. Despite his claim to family leadership, Reigns was never able to win Jey's undying admiration. Tensions between the cousins started to boil over as Jey grew to realize the psychological trauma Roman had inflicted on him. The tension between them grew in the days before Jey's audacious "no yeet" announcement. When Jey saw that Roman was utilizing Roman's deceptive familial loyalty to keep power, he found himself at conflict with Roman. As a wrestler and a man, Jey felt he needed to reclaim his independence. Here we are at the point when it became viral on social media. Jey stared Roman down and yelled out, "No yeet," as onlookers and other celebrities gasped. Suddenly, Jey severed ties with Roman's family that he had claimed as his own. To show Roman that he had to work for the right to yell yeet, he created a sandy line. By declaring, "A yeet has gotta be earned," Jey Uso wasn't only making a statement about a catchphrase, he was making a statement about respect. Those are some really symbolic words. Though he is officially the tribal chief, Jey believes that Reigns has not merited the usage of something so sacred to their shared culture until he has shown his devotion to the familial ties. Though Roman may have coerced Jey into acknowledging him, genuine respect is earned and cannot be bought. By withholding yeet from Roman, Jey demonstrated his unwillingness to obediently carry out his cousin's directives. The term has come to represent Jey's defiance of Roman's authority. There has been a noticeable change in the balance of power. Jey wants Roman to understand that leadership isn't about forcing your will on others, but about winning their respect. After Jey's courageous stance against Roman Reigns, the whole WWE universe went into a frenzy. Many of Jey's admirers took to social media to express their delight at his growing independence, particularly on Twitter and Instagram. After Roman's usual battle cry was banned, fans joyfully mocked his response with memes and GIFs showcasing Jey's "no yeet" proclamation. The audience connected with the action because it didn't seem staged. Many may identify to Jey's narrative of standing up to Roman, and WWE has always been great at incorporating personal, relatable emotions into its plots. It's the time-honored story of a rebel who finds their voice after years of being silenced by an oppressive boss. Additional commenters include wrestling experts and seasoned superstars from WWE, many of whom have complimented Jey on his character development. Jey has gone a long way from his days as a member of a high-energy tag team to his current status as a solo superstar. His progress is evident in his ability to compete with Roman Reigns, one of the most dominating personalities in WWE history. The major concern at this point is Roman Reigns' reaction. When threats originate inside the tribal chief's own family, he takes them very seriously. More than just an act of rebellion, Roman sees Jey's refusal to follow orders as an attack on his authority as head of the bloodline. The rejection of Roman by Jey might have far-reaching ramifications, since he takes great satisfaction in retaining ultimate control over his family and his WWE empire. Would Roman make an effort to earn his yeet? Or would he respond by trying to exert even more control on Jey and the rest of the bloodline? Roman is not going to let this go if past events are any indication. A potential new confrontation between the cousins, when more than just familial honor is at stake, might result from Roman's more ferocious efforts to reclaim his power. The Roman response may be to repeat his previous strategy of emotionally abusing Jey, or to join the ring and demonstrate that he can earn the right to be called the family patriarch. With respect, not only championships, at the center of Roman and Jey's dispute, a rematch or confrontation between the two may revive it.